Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm David. Today I'm going to show you, as I promised, how to make one of these American flags without a CNC. Okay, what I've done here is I'm using a standard Radiata pine 1x12, which actually comes out to like 11 1/4, I think is what it comes down to. I've made these templates to line out the marks for where each line is going to be routed for each stripe, which goes along here and can be marked. Then I've also made a template that's made just specifically for this application with this certain size star that fits perfectly for this flag. So let's get started and show you how I did this with only a router. All right, first thing I did that I did not show on here was I used a chamfering bit and put a chamfer all the way around the edges of this board. Then I took and put some Oramask on the top of this to help with my painting and staining so I don't make a mess. I'll leave a link to this down below. All right, first thing we're gonna do is take our stripe template. I'm gonna lay it down here and it should fit in right between my chamfers. And I'm just gonna mark right at each line. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this same template, flip it around this way, and do the same thing up to where my union meets. And if you notice, on my union, I've got the same marks here to lay out these lines at the edge of the union. Now I'm going to take my union with those marks, line it up. What I want to do is line it up with this line because that's going to be the bottom. Then I can come in here. And then using the jig that I showed you in a previous video that I'll link right here on how to make, we're going to route out each one of these lines using a 60-degree V-bit in my palm router. I'll leave a link to this bit and this router in the description below if you want to get one for yourself. The way this works is you simply lay it down with the end flipped out, line the marks up exactly where you need them, clamp this down. Once you've got it clamped down and it lined up perfectly with those marks, you simply flip this up, use your router to route that out. Okay, the other thing I'm gonna mark is the edge of this union here because I need to route this out also. So I'm gonna make a mark right along the edge. What I'm actually gonna do is do this first center line and get it established. Now all I have to do is line this up with that line and the one on the other side. Hold that there, throw my clamps on real quick. Flip that up. Now it's got me perfectly aligned to my router base. Now I'm actually gonna make one pass this way and then come back for a cleanup pass. As you can see, we've got a perfectly straight line here, and this is going to be our middle point at the bottom of our union. And we're going to do each line, creating those stripes. I'm going to go ahead and do this other edge of the union to mark that location for what I need. Okay, now to do this cut here, which is horizontal edge of my union, I'm gonna have to plunge in right here. Be very careful that it doesn't walk around, and then route this out. All right, as you could tell there, I started a little bit in so that I did not go past this line, then moved it to the right to the line, and then back down, and then came back for my cleanup pass. just like that, we have a flag laid out. All right, guys, I've switched over now to my painting and staining mode. What I like to use for the grooves and for the black stripes is this India ink, super black. Works great with this. But what I'm gonna do on this flag, I'm gonna do a red, white, and blue flag. So what I'm gonna do is first use some just cheap spray paint from Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever, and spray paint all these in and around the edges. And then once that's dry, I'll peel off my white stripes first and my blue, stain those, and then switch over to the white. All right, now that I've got this all painted and it's dry, I'm gonna start with just the union. I'm gonna peel the Oramask off of it and go ahead and stain it blue. And then next I'm gonna do the white stripes, peeling them off and staining them white, and then the red stripe. Now, what I use for my blue is the Minwax Clear Tint Base True Blue from Lowe's is where I get it from. I don't know who else may carry it. This is what I use on all my flags, and I know I get a lot of questions for that, so hopefully this answers that. I'm gonna show the other colors also. Okay, and what I do is I just have some lint-free rags that I got from the home store. Fold it up into just a tight wad. The next color I'm going to do is white, which is also a clear tint base Minwax, and it is called Marshmallow. So this is the color for white, Marshmallow. All right, so our white line starts, second one down, and we'll do every other one. As you can see, that comes off very clean and very little bleed over, which I kind of like the bleed over on the very edges. It gives it the character of more of a handmade and rustic piece. So now with the Marshmallow white, we're going to apply it very carefully. I've found that the white does not soak into the wood that well, so it doesn't leave it very, very white. It does change the color just a little bit, but you also got to be very careful with it. Don't put too much because it will get on the other stripes then. All right, now that we've got all the white applied and it's kind of dried a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the Oramask on the rest of these, and then we're gonna apply the red, which goes on pretty easy compared. And if you have any suggestions for a better white color or any of these colors, go ahead and leave a comment down below of what you think I should use or could use on my next flag. All right, looking pretty good there. All we're gonna do is the red stripes now. Look at that. And I'm sorry, this is called Scarlet, also from Lowe's. All right, we've got this all stained and ready to go. I've not put any finish on it yet. I'm going to be using Starbond Thick. Put these stars on. It works really good with bare wood like that and dries quickly. And I'll leave a link in the description below where you can get your own. All right, what I'm going to do is just take this template with all the stars lined out on it. I've got my laser cut stars. I'll lay this down here on my union. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put one star at the top up here and one star at the bottom to go ahead and kind of lock this in so it doesn't move. And then I can do the others a lot more quickly. Just going to put a small dab on the back of the star here. Hold my template. Just going to hold it there. Let it set up for a second. Now with those in there, I can just start quickly adding these in and the glue will dry as we go. You only want a small amount of glue on here so it doesn't squeeze out and get on the template and glue the template down. Now that that's installed, all we have to do is simply take the template off. Just be careful until that glue is completely dry. There we go. Perfectly laid out union, flag done without a CNC with only a router. Just to spray some lacquer finish over this and it will be ready to go. All right, I put 3 coats of lacquer on there and let that dry, and this is the finished product. I think it turned out pretty damn good, especially for no CNC. Honestly, I like this better than using the CNC. The templates I used will be for sale on my website at dwood.net. The link will be down in the description below. It will come with the template and this layout and one set of 50 stars, and you can order more stars if you want to. The size for this will be 0.7. I label my sizes by the size of the stars, so it's 0.7 of an inch, just like our normal size I would do is 1.25 inch. Go ahead and get you a set, start making you some flags with only a router, and see you in the next video. All right, guys, that's a wrap for that one. Thanks for watching. I've got another awesome Dwood video ready for you right there. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. And what'll help me out more than anything, leave a comment down below. And definitely subscribe. As always, links to almost everything I use is linked down in the description below.